Geek Out!
Hey, and welcome to another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
And we're continuing our celebration of 50 years of Star Trek because Star Trek Beyond's already out. Wasn't it awesome, guys?
Amazing.
Yeah.
The pint glass I got from Alamo was cool.
Sweet. Yeah. We're rounding out the next-gen era with Star Trek Nemesis, the film that was kind of designed to be the swan song for the next-gen films, and then they saw the box office receipts, and it was definitely the swan song for the next-generation films. You guys have any memories of this one?
I do not. I know that I saw it in theaters, and that is it. Actually, I know that I saw it at Centerville, or not, at Springfield Mall Theater, the Cineplex Odeon that used to be there.
I've never seen it.
Very, very, very bald Mad Max.
Yes, that's right. Tom Hardy, before he's the Tom Hardy we know and love, plays the principal antagonist in this film, and because of the film's box office failure, it spirals him into alcoholism and drug addiction, because he was supposed to be the next big it guy in because he's fresh off like Black Hawk Down, which is directed by Ridley Scott, and he's like, hey, I gotta be the bad guy in like a fucking Star Trek movie, and then it tanks, and so he does not respond well to it.
This is the film that does it to him.
According to him.
Shit, I can't wait to watch this again.
Yeah, well, Chris, start us off.
So we are watching the Blu-ray version of this movie. You should be fine with whatever version you have, as long as you can queue up the movie and pause it at all zeros on the counter, which is what we have done, and I will give you a countdown and tell you to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
This film was directed by Stuart Baird, who had did an uncredited edit on Mission Impossible 2 and some other Paramount film. And so he did those as a favor to get this, because they were looking to get a new director, because Paramount wasn't pleased by the response to Insurrection.
So I can
Can't imagine
expect
why.
doves.
No, it wasn't directed by John Woo.
Yeah.
It was just edited by the guy that edited that movie.
You could have edited a dove in.
True. And then
Are there birds?
I was about to say then it would meet Sam Stone's requirements.
It would
for
be
a
the
good
greatest
movie.
next-gen film. Not really.
Oh, God. I need a drink already from this opening.
Oh, what is this? Corn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I...
Did you guys ever see that interview with Amy Poehler and the cast of Sisters, where like they each give them Star Trek character or Star Wars characters to play with, and be like, "Hey, talk about Star Wars," because that was the movie that was going to crush them, whatever. And Amy Poehler finally just fucking snaps, and she goes, "Look, I don't care about Star Wars. I've never cared about fucking Star Wars." That's where I'm at right now with Star Trek.
Yeah, I was talking to Chris earlier, and I think I mentioned it to you too, Jake, where I was like, I'll always love Star Trek.
Yeah.
But
no one will ever take that away from you.
Yeah,
Sam.
but at least
it's always there for you.
But at least cinematically, I think Star Wars might win.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfair for me to even jump in that argument, because we all know where I'm at, but like I just it's rough.
What is this, Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Yeah, that or
And I love Tom Hardy,
or
but
Miss 3.
It's like episode 1 CGI.
it's actually not bad.
Yeah,
It's actually this isn't bad right now.
Yeah, I don't hate it yet.
Yeah.
I like the yet
Well,
adjoined.
because I know that it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
The real test of like CGI like that is when you put a real human, or an actually like a practically photographed object in front of it.
Yeah. But no, like Marina Sirtis, who plays Counselor Troy, LeVar Burton, who plays
Is that the janitor from Scrubs?
Yeah. But yeah, the LeVar Burton, Marina Sirtis, and Jonathan Frakes have all gone on the record since and been like, this movie, the director wasn't great.
Oh.
LeVar Burton wanted to make
And
this.
LeVar Burton seems like the nicest guy, like the hardest guy to piss off.
Mr. Raging Rainbow.
I do recognize that guy.
Alan Dale, yeah. He's one of the World Security Council members that gets killed in Winter Soldier.
Yeah. No amount of makeup can hide that face.
I hope those are Daft
And he's
Punk's
about to
next
die here,
jackets.
too.
No amount of makeup can save him either.
Yeah. He also is in the OC. But Jonathan Frakes, again, they were looking to get a different director after the response to Insurrection, and the official reason there was like, Frakes was in the middle of post-production on Clockstoppers when pre-production on Nemesis started, so they're like, oh, just finish Clockstoppers. And Burton wanted to direct and had the support of the producers, but not of the studio. The idea being, what if we got a new director like we did with Nicholas Meyer in Wrath of Khan? And this is what happens. They actually offer the job to Nicholas Meyer, too, but he was like, because he had changed the script or revised the script on Wrath of Khan and Undiscovered Country, and he wanted to do that with Nemesis, and the producers said no.
If I was the guy that was known to like direct a good Star Trek movie, I would just quit while I was ahead and never touch the franchise ever again. Fucking run. Uh-oh. Whoa. Metal?
Stone, actually.
Yeah.
You know, again, I think I've gone on record saying like Insurrection's my least favorite next-gen film. I think what puts Nemesis ahead, but not maybe ahead of...
He's gonna crash me to the ground. He's gonna fucking crash me. Please, God. Yes! He chose poorly. What is happening to me?
But
that was cool.
I always thought Nemesis tried a little too hard.
I mean, the thing that's keeping me alive watching the next-gen stuff, aside from First Contact, because that fucking ruled, is Patrick Stewart. Yeah. He's just the best.
You still say Picard better than Kirk.
Yeah. Like, I mean, granted, I had said that before ever really watching Picard. But Captain Kirk's such an icon. I do like it's something fun about seeing, even in the worst Star Trek movies, 1 to 6, seeing him, it was cool, but Picard is just the fucking coolest.
Hey, look, there's Wesley Crusher on the far left.
Oh.
He doesn't have any lines in the finished film.
At least he finally made it to one.
Yeah. He's got the beard.
He has a deleted...
Whoa! Yeah. Sorry, cleavage in a Star Trek movie.
Yeah. He, his one line, or his one scene with lines was cut where he explains he's become the assistant engineer on a starship.
He's even cut out of the full frame version.
Yeah.
You can tell because he's all the way at the end of each frame.
True. He doesn't even. That's right. So in the if you watch the full frame or full screen version, you aren't actually seeing him right now.
It's like Harold Ramis in the walk and talk in the hotel in the first Ghostbusters. He's cut out of the full frame version.
I did a little research before watching this, which is to say I read some of the IMDb facts. I'm very, very happy to see and curious to see that one of the things was that the actor who plays Worf is upset because he doesn't have anything to do in this movie.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to see like how true that is. So far, he's just sitting there.
Was this still while Deep Space Nine was going on? Is he randomly away from the cast again?
It had ended, and this movie came out just after Voyager ended, which ends a couple years after Deep Space Nine. So yeah, Michael Dorn, as far as I know, isn't doing much.
Rocking that Kevin Smith
beard.
But
at this point, Patrick Stewart, and this is the only, I guess, Star Trek film where this applies. But at this point, Patrick Stewart is Professor X.
Oh, really?
Because the first X-Men film came out 2 years before this.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
X2 comes out the following year.
So he's making money.
Well, he made more money for Star Trek Nemesis than he did for all 7 seasons of Next Gen combined.
Whoa. I thought you were going to say for like the first X-Men. I'd be like, that makes sense. It's Star Trek. But wow, the first 7 seasons combined.
And him and Brent Spiner actually reduced their salaries for this film to help keep the budget under control.
That's always nice.
But he still comes out okay.
Yeah.
Also,
look. Art imitating life. And the jokes start.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think we missed a joke because we were talking over it, but
yeah, just a couple, but it's not like they were funny.
I do like their white outfits, like their like wedding outfits.
Yeah, the formal.
Very nice, very nice. Although the gray right there is just stupid. So I guess just Picard.
Whoa.
Progressive?
That's Star Trek.
Just the invited ones, though.
True. Yeah. Wouldn't that mean just like them? Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't say like invited females at the wedding. You just say
females. Just
females sing
like the Ferengi.
End of Hey Jude. Shut up, dude.
A verb?
Oh my God. so glad he dies in this movie.
Spoil it.
Fuck him. If I can spoil it, I'll spoil it for him. I've never even seen it. I just know.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, I've seen this as well, but I don't remember it at all.
The big reason that Brent Spiner felt he was starting to age out of Data, because Data isn't supposed to
age, I guess. Yeah. Makes sense.
He's clearly not a T-100.
He's in an episode of Frasier. He's Lewis. So
is Patrick Stewart.
Oh, it's a great episode. Everyone's on Frasier somewhere. Which doesn't Frasier himself, Kelsey Grammer, isn't he a captain of one of the Enterprises or something? Or
I think so.
I think you mentioned on a later one, so they can listen to it, I guess.
Yeah, right around the Generations, I think you mentioned it.
I hope he's just fucking sassy and cranky the whole movie. Cause,
I mean, he's being it so far.
Yeah, I know. I hope it's the same like this the whole time.
Sounds like he has a cold. But
Funkadelic?
At the end of Deep Space Nine, Worf becomes the Federation diplomat to the Klingon Empire. But there's a deleted scene at the wedding that explains why he's so drunk. He's like, I'm not suited for diplomatic life. So I guess he's just back on the Enterprise.
Diplomatic immunity.
It's been revoked.
I'll have what she's had.
Yeah.
Peter, that doesn't fit in this situation.
They still haven't figured that out.
Line?
Look at those yellow eyes.
You look jaundiced.
Not the Betazoids. Oh, shit.
So, those pecs don't get like buffed by themselves.
I've got to go lift weights.
What's the story behind the neutral zone again?
It's a demarcation between the Federation and the Romulan Star Empire set up after their war, which takes place approximately 100 years before the original series starts.
Because when I hear neutral zone, I assume that means like
Football?
Neutral space.
Yeah. There's a strip
that looks pretty good
with outposts on each side.
I don't know why
that's the neutral zone.
Decided to be like in every single Star Trek movie, be the one to say if it looks good or not. But
so
that looked pretty good.
No one go in the neutral zone.
It's like a DMZ. You can't have a military craft.
Yeah, it's in no man's land.
No fly zone.
Like Gotham City in no man's land.
In the said title, no man's land.
Yeah.
So the Enterprise wouldn't be considered like a
science vessel?
Yeah.
Wessel?
Because I always thought that's what like the Enterprise always
Remember when we used to be explorers?
Yeah.
It's still a USS, though.
It's still a fully armed Federation
ship.
Yeah.
So it's a science vessel that can kick ass.
Yeah, if need be.
Why didn't we get to see him lift weights?
That's my
It's called a tease, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah,
the tease.
It's interesting because this film is like tries to like. They're like, look how cool.
Ooh. It's so progressive in this generation. Men take ladies' names in marriage.
But they're like,
believe it.
Look how cool Picard is in this movie. Is basically like, I mean, we already know Patrick Stewart's fucking cool.
They don't have to really make that a point. It just is.
But they make him kind of like almost like an adrenaline junkie. They're like, I'm going to try out the Argo.
I'll take it.
What happened to his ageless squeeze between?
Oh wow.
I believe they set up in that thing that they have to stay in that area or else they start aging.
Yeah, like the Sona.
So that wasn't a thing they continued.
Originally, the follow-up to Insurrection was supposed to be a direct sequel to it, so I assume maybe Anju was supposed to return. But I think they wanted to kind of distance themselves from Insurrection after its kind of lackluster response. So instead you get Freewheelin' Picard.
Man, he did all the best action figure lines.
Botany Bay.
Oh, no!
Why does he have safety goggles on?
That's why.
Again, it's just like the weirdest. It's like the most. Even though Picard was like on the sexy young planet, here he's like younger and more reckless. Maybe he took some notes while he was there.
Maybe he's missing it.
Maybe he brought some of the planet with him. Some of that fine radiation.
Got nothing to do with walking around the stand.
Fuck Star Trek. I'm so tired of being in this movie. Somebody please kill me.
What the fuck? Robots.
I can use
That's
that to
pretty
give
good.
myself a hand job.
Yeah. I'll just take this.
No shit, Data.
Ah!
Sassy Worf.
The best Worf.
My favorite Worf.
League of Extraordinary Worf.
Hmm.
It'd be a League of One.
A league of his own.
That's the point where Tarantino starts jerking himself off.
Oh, if only they had Uma Thurman be the foot model. As a C-3PO in Empire Strikes Back.
You put my head on... What do you mean my head's on backwards?
Oh, now you've done it. Now I can't see. If it's Gwyneth Paltrow, I'm going to be very upset.
Oh, with any luck, they'll look just like Data.
That's what I'm hoping for. He's got the same hair.
Like a Worf. Beast mode activate.
Oh!
My dreams have come true.
And then it bites his fingers. I can
To
use-
Data or not to Data?
I can use this to pleasure myself too.
We need an action beat.
Yeah.
Give me a beat.
So far, I mean, Worf's
Now it's pretty
got a
Mad
lot of
Maxy.
stuff that he's been doing. Maybe not as many lines, but
Yeah, he's just muscle in this movie.
yeah, which is fine. I like Worf as muscle.
Oh, now it's just like a warthog in Halo,
Yep.
Oh
which
yeah,
was like my favorite part of Halo.
definitely. Oof, it's Mad Max before Mad Max.
Just throw it overboard.
Yeah. For God's sake!
If only shutting up Data were that easy. Go in your box, Data. You've said too much.
Data, if I wanted your opinion, I'd take my dick out of your mouth.
Take your dick? Or no, my...
My dick out of his mouth. Yes. Take our one route of escape and take it away.
Well, they were trying to scavenge
I
it.
mean, yeah. Where's the coma doof? Too far, Data. Too far.
Oh, this should be exciting.
Should be.
Probably isn't.
Good thing we have that bumper there.
It's just like The Living Daylights in reverse.
That's right.
I'd give it maybe a 6.
Looks quite familiar.
That's the thing, right? This movie tries to be like a very kind of action-packed Star Trek movie and only kind of half succeeds. Like, the action just could be done a little better.
The colors aren't helping out either.
Yeah, the washed out kind of like, let's just have it all. Yeah, let's just use an orange filter on this. All or yellow, yeah, all better.
It's a robot.
I've been looking at his penis for 5 minutes.
It's a white guy.
Why do all these movies revolve around fucking Data and have like multiple Datas, and it's the worst.
I guess you're kind of right, because in the first one he gets the emotion chip.
Yeah.
In the second one he gets almost turned into a, like he
And
gets
that's
not
the
quite
most
human.
interesting part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's the best one.
Insurrection he goes rogue.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
don't-
James Bond.
I don't care about this character at all. Like I said, he does a fine job with what he's given. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
He got the tea. Oh. And this is the most movie she'll ever get.
Which is still more than Captain Benjamin Sisko from Deep Space Nine.
Yeah. Or anyone on Enterprise. So did she ever find her way home?
Yeah. This takes
I mean, yeah, I guess clearly she does. Within the series, does she?
Yeah, it's the finale. Yeah. Because this takes place again after Voyager, right? But yeah, no, she gets home in the series finale.
Hardly.
He never lost his way from home.
Hardly.
Had to spend an entire series trying to get back, so yeah.
Ooh.
I'll see you on Orange is the New Black. You'll also voice various characters in Dragon Age.
Pulls out a copy of it from his desk. He's like, I remember simpler times.
Yes. You were on in a 360 game.
Yeah.
It was thrilling. The sequel, maybe not as much.
Yeah. Data comes in. What is a 360? Shut the fuck up, Data. Nobody likes you.
It's a movie where it's just Jake beating up Data with a stick.
I'd pay admission to that.
It'd be a very terrible looking fight. It's like,
You know
break
who
my
Tom
fist.
Hardy's right-hand man is in this?
I know, so I won't answer.
Ron Perlman.
Nice.
In like super makeup, but it's Ron Perlman.
So like Hellboy.
Or Beauty and the Beast.
Either of those would have been preferable in this scenario.
Hell Beast. Nice. Hellboy is just like there. Abe Sapien's there as well.
Duck Jones? Duck
Doug
Jones made it
Jones.
into a Star Trek movie?
Yeah.
How's that not happened yet?
And
Yeah.
David Hyde Pierce.
Hashtag Doug Jones for Star Trek.
Yeah.
Mm.
And knowing him,
He'll favorite it.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Doug Jones. To be fair, I haven't watched
haven't
Batman
talked
Returns
to
in a
Joe.
while. Whenever I watch Batman Returns, I always let him know.
Yeah.
He always likes it.
Yeah.
And he did write back once.
Ooh.
He was
Yeah,
like,
that's
what?
right.
I
He
was
wrote
like,
back once when we were watching something.
because I was like, have any fun memories? He's like, oh, so many fun memories with Michael and the gang and everybody. And I was like, that's cool because it's his first film.
So no.
Yeah.
He backhands you next to a fake church.
It was the best.
Is B4 somehow more annoying than Data?
Look at his face. Yes. Oh, somebody farted. I'm Data. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares, Data.
Science mumbo jumbo.
Bad news, Jake. He's putting data into that other data to make more data.
Shit.
So we're going to have 2 times the data.
God.
There was, even though this was advertised as the end of the next gen, like Adventures on the Big Screen, there was like tentative plans for a sequel that Brent Spiner was co-writing.
Yeah, they were like, well, just in case it does well.
Yeah, so B4 is kind of a backdoor way to bring Spiner back into the series.
Would it be Star Trek and the Adventures of Data in Space?
Aren't all Star Trek Next Generation films the Adventures of Data in Space?
I mean, just the title.
Sure, yes. It'd be the longest title.
I hate him already.
He looks like he's...
The LeVar Burton expression is everything you need to know.
Oh, jeez, it's like talking to a 5-year-old. Sorry, that's not the captain's name.
Data, this boy is half retarded. It's the other half that counts. What if he just busts in and just beating all the members of Star Trek? Yeah. My dad, I walked in, my dad was watching the scene where he's just beating up Frank Castle in the jail, just using like, the gorilla moves on him.
Yeah.
Where is the lady penis?
How do I stimulate the lady penis?
I'm a baby.
Look at my baby suit, Wesley.
Change my diaper, Wesley.
Yeah. Would you like me to read you a story, Wesley?
Wesley, could you read me Goodnight Moon, Wesley?
Oh.
How about I love you to the moon and back?
Why won't you wake up, Wesley? Why do you smell so, Wesley?
What's worse is I don't even remember who Wesley is.
He's
in this
this
show.
dead friend who gets killed by Deborah Ann Wool. Spoilers for Daredevil Season 1. Sir, I'm afraid that your lover Wesley has been killed.
Was she always allowed to wear her hair down in this series, or is this a new thing?
I mean,
She usually had it up.
she usually had it curly.
Yeah.
She doesn't usually have it straight. I think she straightens it in... Oh, it might have been either Insurrection or First Contact. I think it was First Contact was the first time she did it. And she had it down then, too.
Well, this is the first time it seems more pronounced, I guess. Or maybe because we're seeing more of her?
It's the scimitar.
God, does everyone have a fucking cloaking ship in this universe?
Just Romulans and Klingons.
That's enough.
The only... Oh, no.
So, I was going to say it was a fun ship, but okay.
The, yeah,
Maybe a party.
the only Federation ship that has advanced cloaking capabilities is the Defiant, which was the main ship in Deep Space Nine.
Oh, snap.
It's Perlman.
Doug Jones was Pencilhead in Mystery Men.
The weird thing is, I knew that was Ron Perlman before he said anything.
Something about the
Congratulations, because I sure shit didn't.
mouth. You can definitely hear it in his voice.
Yeah, no, they're not hiding his voice at all.
He looks like a goblin man.
Yeah.
Because he is.
Huh. Looks like he's waiting for a wizard or witch to bring him gold to put in a bank.
Instead, he has to settle for Tom Hardy.
Although it's pre-alcoholism, Tom Hardy, so he's still okay.
Apparently, they got along quite good, Perlman and Hardy. It's like, you know.
You feel like that would work.
So when does he get to be in Hellboy 3?
Yeah. Maybe he can use some of that Oscar-nominated clout to help get that made.
Please make it Hollywood. Please.
Yeah. Listen to Guillermo. He won't steer you guys wrong, even if the box office totals for Crimson Peak weren't what you were hoping.
It's okay. We were all deceived by that film.
Not me. I didn't see it.
I'm waiting for Netflix.
I'm waiting for marriage.
I'm waiting for Godot.
Ooh! Spoiler alert, he doesn't show up.
Damn.
He looks like he should be in Dune or something with that outfit.
With the blue eyes. I'm Nosferatu. Line. You want to go to a goth club?
They play nothing but pre-Downward Spiral 9 Inch Nails.
And maybe watch Blade 2 afterwards.
That's on Netflix. I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, but I need to watch Stranger Things first before I delve into anything else.
It's in my list. It's been recommended to me by several people.
Although I did just burn through Limitless again.
Netflix recommends it to me every single time I log on. Did he just say penis? No.
I think I heard,
wishful
please,
thinking.
I want penis. Anytime someone
And it
says
is.
penis, it's too good to be true.
Oh! Not Tom Hardy's penis.
You're not
Have
a
you
fan of
seen
his ears in this film, Jake?
He looks different.
I don't understand, Wesley.
Why are his ears so different, Wesley? Why does he look like General Clytus without his mask? Clytus, I'm bored. Ugh. It's me.
Because my ears are so big.
Yeah. I wonder if that'll come back to haunt him.
He's so young.
I know.
It's 14 years ago.
He's also 14.
I'm wondering if that's his real teeth also.
He is British.
Yeah.
They don't believe
Is
in
he?
braces.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I would figure he was like Australian or something like that.
No, he just was in a Mad Max movie.
Then, yeah, I'd say that's real
Look at
teeth
how
probably.
tiny his head is.
I know. That's we see him as Bane with also he's fucking jacked out of his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scar on his lip is bigger than his head.
He's bald in Bronson, too. And he's
Yeah.
jacked
Yeah.
like some shit.
I think the addition of the mustache makes it.
It does help, but like in Bronson, he
And
is
also
bigger.
he's jacked.
He's bigger in Bronson, so when he doesn't have the mustache, it still doesn't look weird. Also, that outfit's not doing him any favors.
The weird neck thing he's got going on.
He kind of looks like there's this weird Russian music video. That's like a weird like dance song or something like that. Very reminiscent of that. Let me see if I can look it up and find out what it is, so that the kids listening at home can check it out.
You know, you could have sneezed into something that would have sufficed.
They have needles.
This is the future.
Mouth swab or something.
That color design on his coat, that's like an actual name to it, right?
Sure. Yes.
His blood is raspberry jam.
So he's Lone Star?
Yogurt.
He's whatever you want him to be.
Zool?
Hair's follicle. That's fucked up.
I mean, he did spend a little time on that one planet.
The Russian singer that I'm talking about is Vitas. Vitas. And he has a song called The Seventh Element, I think is what it's called, where he has... it just looks like that's the kind of outfit that he would rock. And I'm not used to him having lips that big either. Is that how big his lips usually are?
I think he does have pretty big lips.
Maybe I just never noticed, because when he's more jacked, his cheeks are a little bit more filled out too.
I feel like he usually has like a degree of like facial hair as well these days. Like, you know, obviously Mad Max got some scruff. He's got the beard in The Revenant. Like, there's always
Giant mustache in Bronson,
a mask in Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. His facial hair was crazy in Dark Knight Rises. It was made out of metal.
So basically, this is about the most wrong we've seen him look.
Sure as shit ain't right.
Woo-hoo.
Perlman's literally at his right hand right now. His right side, at least. If like he didn't have those like shoulder things, the outfit would look about 70% less stupid.
Was she in The Craft?
No.
She looks like the gothic chick from The Craft.
I can
movie
see
The Craft. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant like the spacecraft.
No.
I can see what you're thinking of, but I don't think it's her.
Get your hands off me.
I'm not interested in women.
Only Bronson Johnson.
Mm.
Bronson, I guess, is
You're
what
thinking of Fairuza Balk.
Yeah, definitely not her. Well, I guess the movie that he credits with like saving his life is Bronson. Turn this off and watch Bronson. It's on Netflix, I think. Still, it's astounding.
Yeah, if you want to see what Tom Hardy should really look like,
Yeah,
watch Bronson.
and his penis.
Yeah, watch Black Hawk Down. He's good in Black Hawk Down. He's not the focal point in Black Hawk Down.
No.
But you could make the argument he isn't the focal point here either.
Watch Locke. He is the focal point. in
He's
that.
it.
Oh, yeah.
He's it. Legend isn't bad.
Where does he pop up in Black Hawk?
He's one of the guys that gets left behind. Him and that get left behind at the LZ. And they have to walk back to where everybody else is.
Okay.
So it's like just him and you and Bremer like traversing.
Okay.
I think they forgot about us. I have a premonition of the reviews.
Yeah. He's also in Rock and Rolla.
Falls in love with Gerard Butler in that film.
Yeah, we all did
Who
for a
doesn't?
while. Oh, he likes petting a cat. You freak.
That's his Hannibal Lecter moment right there.
Yeah, really.
Oh. Apparently, Whoopi Goldberg was uncredited for her appearance at the wedding. And yet, Will Wheaton was credited. That dick.
Which he should not be. So I killed all those people and took power.
Yes.
Don't worry, we're still here, guys.
We're just watching the Chronicles of Riddick portion of this film.
Yeah.
God, turn off this movie and watch that. Watch all of them.
I never saw the third one.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Pitch Black takes over evil Gothic Empire.
Women inherits the earth.
Yeah, that is pretty much the
Turn this
plot
off
of that
and-
one.
And watch Jurassic Park. But thank you for getting us the download.
Actually, pause this commentary and go watch the trailer for Mad Max Fury Road.
And
and
then
then go
watch-
watch Mad Max Fury Road. And then listen to one of our podcasts.
Listen to all of them.
Is this his origin in The Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah.
Is that Talia?
But yeah, he takes the Ron Perlman role.
They didn't give you the mask. That was the only true kindness they knew.
What's he saying? Rise.
It's a really odd way to say rise.
Well, Rise doesn't sound as cool with this Hans Zimmer music.
Hmm.
How many bathrooms? Two.
And I got the plans for the Enterprise.
What if this clone was instead played by like X3, Patrick Stewart?
CGI.
Yeah.
Don't let it control you.
Smile weird and disappear.
But I can't take you seriously with that name.
That's when he was like, I'm done with Star Trek.
It's like, I got mutants I can go back to.
Of course, in the 14 years after this, Patrick Stewart's been asked, of course, several times if he'd ever be willing to be Picard again. He's like, well, I like the character, so if the script's right. But, of course, that means if he has to... I'd like to believe he Shinzon.
I'm pretty certain that's what he's echoing when he says the script has to be right. Yeah. By a good and proper script, I'll return.
Theoretical or on radiation?
Unobtainium.
Oh, God. We're getting 3 sequels to that.
With rumors of a 4th.
Remind me again what that's from?
Avatar.
Oh, yeah.
Not The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Which
I'm still amazed, though, that James Cameron has the highest grossing film of all time for a movie that had no built-in audience. I got to say props to that.
Big in China.
Yeah. But I mean, Star Trek, everyone was like, oh, episode 7's got it, blah, blah, blah. And it's got this built-in audience for 30-some years. And of course, I like Star Trek more than Avatar. But.
Do you like Star Wars more than Avatar, though?
Oh, shit. No, I like Avatar more than Star Trek. I like Star Wars. I like Star Wars. I like that film.
Star Wars.
I'll take Star Wars over any of this forever.
Would you rather watch Phantom Menace or Clone Wars? Or would you rather watch Clone Wars or First Contact?
First Contact over episode 1 or 2.
So therefore over Clone Wars.
Yes. Episode 1 or 2.
First Contact.
Yeah, First Contact.
Oh, yeah. First Contact.
Like I said, First Contact.
When you asked that question, I was like, is there any doubt?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Josh would say
moment of
Attack
triumph?
of the Clones.
Yeah.
We zoom in on the photo, and it's Charles Xavier.
Look at that awesome mask in the background. The only movie I would ever, like I said, own is First Contact. The movie's awesome.
It's penis.
He's after penis.
That's all they're really after.
There can only be one.
There's just
the
one
penis.
floating penis in space, and they're all trying to get to it. That is the penis.
Such course number 1.
And he cuts over
Maximum
to
warp.
fucking Kingpin. He's in his own ship. There it is, Wesley.
The lady penis.
It's basically a space Escalade.
Wow.
It's the penis.
So, Jake.
Yes.
First Contact can be yours for the low, low price of an $8 Blu-ray.
I'm not going to buy it anytime soon, but I would if I had to.
Voodoo codes.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but it's
I'd
down
own it on
from
Vudu, sure.
$23.
It's what?
It's down from $23 to $8.
Nice.
Voodoo
I'd own it on
codes.
Voodoo. The Voodoo codes. Give me the Voodoo codes.
Where is the lady voodoo card?
Oh. That's gross. If they zoom out and Data's playing the piano, I'll like Data forever.
He's playing the saxophone.
Yeah. 21 Jump Street style. What the? Oh, it's a mirror. Oh, wait, no. Fuck.
How many times has Tom Hardy been nominated for an Academy Award?
Once.
For The Revenant. Not for Star Trek. Nemesis. Also, how many takes are Ron Perlman holding Tom Hardy's bald head?
He doesn't worry because that happens every time they have sex.
Deanna, snap out of it. It's just my lady penis.
It's my Lady Riker. Commander Riker.
Is that Michael Dorn?
It sounded like him.
It doesn't look like him
Yes.
because he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
But that sounded like Michael Dorn.
They might as well be like, hey, you're
Might have
not doing anything in this movie? You want to overdub
Might-
somebody?
Got some ADR, yeah.
This guy's got some really bad gas in this film. I mean, he just keeps heaving over every so often.
Yeah. Let it
Probably
out.
an ulcer.
Yeah, they don't have Pepto-Bismol in Romulus.
Oof.
Yeah,
I thought his problem was
Poor
his
kid.
hearing.
Yeah.
No, he went to the local Taco Bell, and it's been bothering him for weeks.
The local Taco Bell.
Yeah, not
Well,
that
yeah,
one
he's
all the
not
way
gonna
on
go-
Kronos.
Yeah.
He's not going to go out of the system.
I just like it's always the local.
Ah, the good old local Taco Bell.
If there's no local Taco Bells and I want a Taco Bell, I'm going. Parade
I've
rest.
gone all the way to Gainesville before for Wawa.
Nice. I think I was with you for that. At least one of the times. After Black Mass.
But there's a perfectly good Sheets just down the road from here.
Oh, Sheets is great too. I used to make
both, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I lived on
It's like-
Sheets in Roanoke, man.
It's like the Beatles versus Elvis, according to Quentin Tarantino in Pulp Fiction. Well, more specifically, according to John Travolta's character in Pulp Fiction, you can only be a fan of one.
Yeah. Oh my god. You can only be a fan of one. Oh my god.
I'm not a square.
I get shot coming off the toilet.
Sandy, I'm a greaser. Whoa. Hey,
Up your nose with the rubber hose.
Hey, Sandy, what am I gonna do?
I'm a Scientologist.
Yeah. Remember how hard he goes out in Punisher?
Oh,
Yeah.
You
yeah.
killed my son. Both of them. He's like on the back of the car. And then he blows it up as the Punisher skull, and you're like, it's the early 2000s. Fine.
That came out like
2000s.
after this, yeah.
Fuck you, man. It was metal as hell.
It was metal.
And then we got Punisher
Dragon School
Warzone,
was on the soundtrack.
Ooh.
and everything was right in the world.
What was that, Josh?
And then we got Punisher Warzone a few years later, and everything was right in the world.
Define right. In your eyes, one that's perfect.
In your eyes.
It's a bit of it's a crazy film, that's for sure.
A lot more killing in it.
I
There's
respect
some
the hell
death
out
in
of the
that.
director.
Hmm.
Her
She-
interview with How Did This Get Made is, all really cool about how seriously she took, getting it right.
She was on an episode of Fat Man on Batman. It was just Mark Bernardin because they were buddies, and I think Kevin Smith was directing The Flash. She also directed some Supergirl in season 1, which it really shows in some of the fight scenes. Ooh.
Well, look,
'cause
he
she-
realized he found a needle.
Turned someone into a jigsaw.
Like a jigsaw. Sorry, it's a Wu-Tang lyric.
Hey, man, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah. Gotta diversify your bonds.
Get him out of that fucking suit.
boop,
Christ.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, outside of that mental sex scene, I'm pretty sure
That's it.
that's you're just stuck in whatever that is. Like Tim Burton's nightgown.
I just went downstairs to get some cookies and milk.
It's gotta be chocolate milk though,
Yeah, chocolate.
because it's darker.
Like my soul.
Yeah.
I love Batman 89. That's my Batman 89 reference. I don't think I've made a single one during the Star Trek movies.
It's
Too
been a
bummed.
while.
I feel like if Prince and Michael Jackson fused into one, that would be an outfit that entity would wear.
That
More like
transgender alien.
Michael Jackson and Eddie Murphy Raw. That'd be more of the. Now I know
That
they called
too.
it Raw. Remember that, Chris? In Scrubs, where they
Oh,
wear the
yeah.
thing. Now I know they call it Raw.
The chafing. I love that they brought that back at least one time. While he's trying to put on outfits for a first date. You won't bow, but you'll kneel. Kneel before. Wait, hold on. Wrong series.
Yeah. We're on Alien.
Oh.
I'd cast Tom Hardy in my Superman movie as Metallo.
Good choice. Good choice.
I'd also cast him as Superman and Lois Lane.
Odd choice. Odd choice.
Yeah.
That was sassy, Tom Hardy.
Did Picard just willingly walk in there?
No, he got
Teleported.
Oh, we did.
against his will.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
You think after the Borg did it, they would have learned how to not let that happen?
Well, it might be a different frequency. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
At some point, I would have just started calling him Mini-Me.
You won't survive. Skinny Tom Hardy here kind of reminds me of my old roommate. Sam, you met him, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got too. I mean, it looks like that. Anti-croutons?
Yeah, croutons are the ultimate enemy of cloaking devices everywhere.
They're so
Why
so crumbly.
They banned Caesar salad on starships.
Oh, fuck you.
Were we just getting
They had her dinner
90s
tonight.
synth music while they were trying to find the
Dude,
ship?
everything about this thing is so 90s. Look at the fucking oil suits.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, they're like sex parties in the Matrix. Vulcan nerve pinch. Hey, look at that, Jake. Data to the rescue.
Yeah.
how do we know it's Data, though?
Because he's not making that stupid face.
Yeah, basically.
And it's true. I was like, yeah, that's true. How? Oh, yeah.
Wessels? Prepare to die.
Just nonchalant. Prepare to die.
It's a Chekhov's gun.
Also, in it, there's a cyanide pill, just so you can kill yourself if you're having trouble living in this movie.
Give it to me now. This is going to sound insane, and even though this movie's not done, but even though I technically had nicer things to say about 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the original cast, I've enjoyed the next gen movies more.
Just overall.
Yeah. I mean, the last one, it wasn't great, but I actually kind of thought this is a great commentary for the last movie that I'm doing now. But I actually thought that little reveal that they were the species that were
Baku.
that they left, and that's why they're all skin. I thought that was interesting, and of course, First Contact made up for a lot of things. But the first one I did legitimately not like though.
Generations.
Yeah,
I think
because again, that was partly my fault because I thought I knew what that movie was going to be.
You thought it was going to be a team
Just
up
a
the
team
entire
up from
time.
the whole time, and I was like, oh fuck yeah. And then I was not looking forward to the death of Kirk, but seeing it play out, especially after watching all 6, pretty close back to back. But I don't know. I enjoy the next gen crew. I like the characters, and I like the original cast.
I like the fact he has to walk all the way into the room to
to see it. He's clearly not there. Oh, wait, that was great. I thought I had something more to say about that, but I didn't.
I think one of the things that helps the next gen movies is that for the most part they're a lot faster paced.
The production value is a lot higher too.
Yeah.
They
got that
plots
90s
feel
money.
more fleshed out.
Say what?
The plots feel more fleshed out.
Yeah. Data does this.
Yeah.
Data
Yeah,
does
Data does that. Data does this.
I think the original series films are a little more character driven than plot driven.
Yeah. There were just none of those movies that I loved.
I know you get dual wielding Picard in this. Like I said, they try to make it like an action.
Is
Jesus.
this the same hallway from episode 1?
Sure.
That
That was 3 years prior.
Droidicons to roll down.
They are no match for droidicons. The same Riemann guard killed like 5 times, and like that, just that footage of that one going ah.
Oh, now there's 2.
Now, yeah. You're a computer. I'm a computer. Hey, there's 3, maybe. Dude, you don't have to worry about it, Data. Picard's fucking rocking these shits.
He demand.
He's killed like 4 or 5, God. It's like a Halo, basically. This movie is Star Trek Halo. We've already seen a warthog, and now we're about to see a ghost. Or is it a banshee? Josh, you'll be able to tell in a second.
Is it 1 person or 2?
Well, it's 2, but it's a like the way they drive it more so than the occupancy.
I'm trying to remember. Could Banshee? Because
It
one could
looks
fly
like
and the other couldn't.
Well, this is able to fly.
Both could fly. It was the shit. What was it? Ghosts were like mopeds, and banshees were like sports cars, but they could both fly.
I want to replay
One was
Reach.
basically a hover bike. The other one was basically a
Craft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, no, this
we'll
is
say
a
it's a
Banshee.
Banshee. Yeah.
Sure.
Halo Reach is like one of my favorite games.
I've been playing.
I read the book.
I've been playing 4 lately.
Halo Reach is
Every
like
now and again,
the
I
best.
get the offer to do a Halo book review for Dark Horse, but it's always like volume 3, and it's like that. I need volume 1 and 2.
Why are they shooting the door?
Sir, we have no explosives.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, this ship is too big for the hallways. What a weird flying control. Just
I did read that this is Jerry Goldsmith's final film score, which is kind of sad. Not that it's like this movie; it's just sad that
Just that it
this
goes
is it.
out on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the end of a career like that.
Yeah.
We get some great stuff from him.
Yeah.
Peace, love, dog.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Did he just fly out of me?
That's what every mother says.
Oh, except for mine because I was cut out.
Heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
I was a big boy.
Heard it here first, folks.
I was big boy.
hopefully last.
Big boy.
That's what the doctor yelled as he was cutting. Big boy! Team Valor.
Team Valor with giant balls.
Star Trek
Children's
generations.
children.
Tom Hardy was in Marie Antoinette.
Sure.
I never actually saw it.
The one with Kirsten Dunst.
Yes. That's right. He was in Band of Brothers too.
That's right. He bangs a German chick.
Mm. I hope that's his character name. German chick banger.
It's Banger of German Chick.
Whoa.
Get it right, I'll pay the price.
Okay, ugh.
Campo.
We hold you in our heart, and when we think about you.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
God damn it, Josh. I hope we never part.
And I get it right or pay the price.
It's always stuck in my head for some reason. That line.
The guy that plays Ugg is Seven of Nine's father in Star Trek Voyager.
Whoa, bringing it full circle. Sad data.
Here's something though. Once we're done with this movie, I've now seen every Star Trek movie because I've seen the reboots. So surprise.
And we're taking a break from Star Trek for a couple weeks after this one.
So by the time we're done with the two J.J. Abrams movies, Star Trek Beyond will probably be out of theaters.
Yeah. But we're still celebrating.
Because it's 50 years of Star Trek.
50 years, a whole year.
It's just like 75 years of Batman. We celebrated for a long time.
Celebrated for like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
That's long.
It's about 2 months. Yeah.
This we're celebrating for 12.
Yeah,
That's long.
well, 12 movies.
Yeah. 12 weeks, not all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We took a week break after Undiscovered Country.
And
2 week break after Nemesis.
We needed those.
palate cleansers, if you will.
One can only track so many stars at once.
True that. What are you doing, Dave? This hurts, Dave. Daisy, Daisy. I'll stop there. A long time, brother. Who is Mr. America? I'm not Hulk Hogan, brother. Eat your vitamins.
Watch Suburban Commando.
Is Suburban Commando the greatest Hulk Hogan movie? And why?
Is it Thunder in Paradise? Was that a TV show?
That was a
Is
TV
movie?
show and a video game for the CDI,
I watched the
which
TV
was also
show.
an episode.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Rocky 3. That's the best Hulk Hogan movie.
What about Mr. Nanny? That was him, right?
Yeah, I think so. And no, it isn't.
I don't think I've ever seen it. It was like his version of the pacifier, right?
Pre-pacifier, but yes.
Yeah, but yeah. Or the chaperone if you want to go with Triple H.
Yeah. His facial expression on that DVD cover is both awesome and terrible. That's not Triple H.
No, it was Kate McKinnon. Who is Bay? Why hasn't Triple H been in a Star Trek movie?
He wouldn't fit.
Maybe he can be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy and him and Batista can fight and then join the Nexus together. Oh my god. There's another like 50 minutes left in this movie.
But it's okay. They're raiding the armory, so it's 50 minutes of fun.
I still don't really know what the plot is of this movie. Now, granted, I'm not doing the best job of paying attention, but like,
Yeah, we have been talking over a lot of the
that's
exposition.
fine. It has to do with Data, probably. Stupid head.
Baby clone Picard wants to kill everyone.
Okay.
There's your plot.
He has
Thank
that
you, sir.
experimental radiation which powers his ship, which he wants to kind of like what you saw happen to the Romulan Senate, where they all like disintegrated after their exposure to that. He basically wants to do that to Earth.
He wants to kill everyone. And he's a clone of Picard.
Meanwhile, Shinzon needs Picard's genetic material to stabilize his shits. That's why he's getting pale, and you can see his like
And that's why
head
he has
veins.
trouble. That's why he has trouble digesting like gluten, because he needs help controlling his shit.
Yeah. I look what Taco Bell is doing him no favors.
That was a scene.
In heaven.
And then he
Gotta smile at him. Batter up, Chris.
Hey Josh, you know how you always comment when like consoles explode and some poor fucker behind him gets like blown out?
I'm not gonna get that, or I am.
You're gonna get that. It happened.
So get ready to comment.
Yeah.
Is Jake also gonna get really happy? Because I got a feeling I know who's about to get blown out.
Is it more than a feeling?
That's not right about to happen, but also Bryan Singer cameos, because obviously he had become friends with Patrick Stewart for making the first X-Men. Bryan Singer's a huge Star Trek fan, which is why Star Trek shows up in Days of Future Past and X-Men Apocalypse. And so Patrick Stewart got Bryan Singer to cameo in this movie.
Shields go up, shields go down.
Yeah, consoles become the most dangerous thing on the starship.
Now, I always like how in these ships they design like just automatic weak points.
I forgot what game was it? Was it Free Space? Dark Descent? No, Dark Descent was Amnesia, but there's some space game that works a lot like it. It has the word descent in it.
Descent? Would that be it?
That yes, that's the one.
I think Free Space came later in the series.
Yeah, probably. There it is.
Remind me never to have kids.
Never had kids, Josh.
Thank you, Chris. Noted.
If you saw Tom Hardy, would you ask him to say the line "Attack Pattern Shinzon Theta"?
No, I wouldn't. I don't want to hurt him. And by hurt him, I mean emotionally.
You just walk up to him and be like, "Can I touch the Bronson Johnson?"
Yeah.
I mean, you trigger a moment in him, and he all of a sudden reverts back to his old alcoholic self. I figure if you did that.
Yeah, I guess Worf doesn't really get a lot to do now, does he?
Well, he's pretty upset about it.
Yeah.
He's waiting for his console to blow up so he has something to do.
He seems so uncomfortable in that dress.
I mean, just look what it's doing to his skin.
Can't imagine why.
How much convincing do you think it took to get him in that?
It was probably like, "Hey, do you want to be in a Star Trek movie?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll do anything." And they're like, "Anything?"
Wear this?
And he's like, "Yeah."
Your name's going to be Shinzon.
That both sounds like a villain from Mortal Kombat and the Star Wars universe.
I would rather watch either of those films.
Yeah.
Or unless it's Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Get that noise out of here.
No, I think we'd even watch that over this.
I told you I have a coworker that like loves Mortal Kombat Annihilation, right, Sam?
Unironically.
Yeah. And I was like, "Why?"
Got to be one.
Hey, ask them what their feelings are on this next time.
It's a B movie.
I've grown accustomed to your face.
Just like that or your actual voice? Because
That
that's a little worse. Well, the birds of prey have gotten nicer looking. Was it something I said?
I don't know why he's laughing.
Because we have like 50 fucking minutes of this shit.
Oh, okay. He's just gone mad.
Yeah.
Oh, par for the course.
Yes.
Oh, thank God you're here to save me and blow up my evil little bastard clone. I would have preferred an engage, but okay.
I don't know if I think we might get an engage.
I think he said
I'm
at
so
the beginning.
tired of fucking saying that. I'm not going to say it again. I don't know why he's like suddenly.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, but it's the best I can do.
Fucking ridiculous.
Sorry.
Fiddle about.
Diddle about. Stupid shit. God.
He became an Oscar-nominated actor.
You know, as this movie progresses, that outfit gets more and more purple.
Yeah, I think it's paler.
Yeah. I think it's more of like, aside from Patrick Stewart, if you're in a Star Trek film, you're going to be terrible. Because Tom Hardy's not terrible, but yet
Yeah.
he's terrible in this.
Malcolm McDowell comes out okay, I think, in Generations.
Christopher Lloyd, though.
Yeah. Give me Genesis! Christopher Plummer.
Holy shit. I shit on you.
Because you're mine. F. Murray Abraham.
Yeah. Remember though in Platoon when Tom Berenger, like, he walks in, he's like, what y'all know about death? You think y'all know about death? And he like takes a swig of the Jack Daniels and he goes, I shit on you. I shit on all of you.
I take a shit on you, and now you're mine.
I know. I don't like this movie.
What do you? What would? Okay, as somebody that maybe aren't as well acquainted with the film, what would you say your primary criticisms are
Of the Star Trek movies?
of this one in particular?
Oh, boring.
Complicated.
Honestly, for me, the reoccurring theme in Star Trek movies are boring, complicated. Yeah, you heard me, bitch. You heard me, bitch. No, it's mostly just complicated, unnecessary dribble. That's most of it. But for this movie, that's 100%. It's just
Uninspired.
That's true. Uninspired, and it's a shame that there's we've watched 7 of them. No, 9 of them.
This is
10
number
of them?
10.
7 of 9.
We've watched
of them.
10 of them. 10 of them, and the only one I can legitimately say is like full on just good is First Contact.
Which is number 8.
And like there's elements of the other ones. That's right, you fucker. But like I said, there's elements of 2, 3, 4, and 5 that are fine. But I don't know. There's just something about it that I don't care about. You know what I mean? Like I can't latch onto it, and I don't know what it is.
It's not as whimsical and
I guess. Yeah, that's true.
fantastical as Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, it doesn't even come close. But
I mean, yeah, that's like one of the main reasons why people go to one or the other.
Well, I think Star Wars is just it's a
Spectacle.
It's a celebration. It's fun.
but for me, none of these feel like adventures. They feel like just plotting nonsense. But like Star Trek feels like an adventure. I mean, Star Wars feels like an adventure. You know, and I'm all about going on adventures. This just seems like more of the same thing. With like you have a stupid villain who's stupid.
Bring me pecan.
Pecans?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they outsmart him in the last second.
Pecans? You know what the best Star Trek movie is? Galaxy Quest.
That's not an entirely inaccurate stance.
If we had time, I would say let's throw Galaxy Quest in at the end of the Star Trek run. Maybe I'll make that my birthday pick next year. I don't think I will because I already have one in mind. But
You know what's the problem with all these movies? You know what it's really missing?
sex.
No, it
kind of
had
had
it.
it.
that's
Kind of
true.
had it, yeah.
Titties.
What else it's missing? Tribbles.
That's the trouble.
There's
with
one in the
tribbles.
first J.J. Abrams film. And there's one in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. And now we're
But-
about to get an obligatory gun battle.
Because why not?
Phaser battle? Well, no.
You know, there
I
was
have nothing to
one
do
good
with this
thing
movie.
Next Generation also brought about. A really awesome first-person shooter video game.
For which?
I know it was on PC. I want to say it was on the consoles as well. It was Elite Force. Star Trek Elite Force. You pretty much played a member of the security forces.
Ever play Republic Commando? For
I played the demo.
original Xbox.
What about Suburban Commando?
Nobody plays Suburban Commando. They just suffer.
I was frozen today.
This is where you get that big Jonathan Frakes, Ron Perlman fist fight you always wanted.
Oh, good. Oh, what you just dove a foot.
Yeah, he just basically just like laid down. Stuart Baird would call this his alien sequence because they're in ducks and they kind of like surprise each other. To which I say,
No.
I'd rather watch Alien.
Yeah.
I have that on Laserdisc.
Maybe, and it's not definite, guys. Maybe we'd do a commentary series for it next.
I'm down for that.
Oh,
Ho, ho, ho.
this came out before Star Trek Nemesis. Interesting.
And then it had a sequel with Elite Force 2 as well.
Okay, Jimmy Stewart.
That's how I signed off a couple weeks ago on the show. The Plume Snake episode. Do you think this would have been better if Jonathan Frakes directed it, or do you think it would
Yes.
just be okay?
Well, I mean, he also directed the
There you
last
go,
one.
Josh.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Someone's about to get sucked out into space. It doesn't go well for him.
That would suck so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. These finally worked.
Yeah.
You'd think that it would be a little bit faster. Well, at least we don't need the viewing screen anymore.
Data, tell me who's waiting for me outside in space. Look for yourself, sir.
I'm still in this.
That's his face after they told him he can't direct it.
Yeah. We want you to work on clock stoppers. Nobody wants me to work on clock stoppers.
Clock Stoppers doesn't even want me to work on Clock Stoppers. I don't even want to work on Clock Stoppers.
What the fuck is a clock stopper?
This is years before, I think. Because when's the first Librarian film? Like 2007? Maybe 2009?
Silence. I don't know.
I still don't know what the fuck a clock stopper is.
It was a movie that came out in the spring of 2002 that used First Date by Blink-182 as its theme song. That's the big reason I know it, Clock Stop. And it was directed by Jonathan Frakes.
Mm.
They could stop time with their clocks.
Oh, Librarians is better.
You haven't even seen Clock Stoppers.
Did any of the Librarians films have Blink-182 in them?
No.
Did they have a bird?
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of them, I'm sure.
A bird.
I want my bird.
Got some dandruff there, Jordy. Stop texting, John Luke.
And I think you were saying. I think you might have been saying it off mic. Like with the TV show stuff, I feel like that encapsulates more the adventure feel, probably than the movies do. I think the TV shows just encapsulate probably what makes Star Trek for most people more enjoyable than the movies do. I would think.
I don't mean to give off the impression that there's Star Trek films I don't like. Obviously, I like Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, Voyage Home, Final Frontier, First Contact.
The last 50 minutes of this film felt like a really, really long season finale that we didn't need.
Yeah. Well, we're about to get ramming speed, which is my favorite speed.
You'd think a Predator could turn just a little faster. Oh, wow.
Bink.
Kiss.
He said prepare for impact, and yet Jean-Luc's the only one that didn't get thrown out of his chair.
He was
No,
expecting to go upper nose, not across it.
I wonder how many takes of Ron Perlman in makeup thrashing on the floor were done. Hopefully an entire day's worth.
38.
Yeah.
Ron, no, you need to writhe in pain, not in whatever your, emotion you're feeling. It's joy.
You're not enjoying this.
Maybe I do. If you knew my backstory. I don't know why it's Jesse Ventura.
Always Jesse the Body.
I'm just here to ask questions.
Is he going to say engage now?
I think he says on screen at a certain point and then realizes there's no screen.
And now we are one ship.
Together we're more power. Oh, Jesus.
I can't breathe through my nose, so I have to have my mouth agape at all times.
I mean, I get that little shit wanted to be more like Picard, but putting
true.
this ship in Picard is not the way you do it.
It's just docking.
Maybe that's the custom from where he comes from.
Mother always did like Richard better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch this or Waterworld?
This
This is shorter than Waterworld.
That's true.
Not to mention, I'd rather watch the mediocre adventures of Captain Picard than the only adventure of the Mariner.
The only adventure. Only documented.
The mini single adventures.
Oh, this is where we get our Jaws 2 moment. There it goes.
Are you the mayor of Jaws?
Yeah. Mayor Jaws, that's good. That's good. Never call me the mayor.
Never call me the Jaws Bear. By Jaws 2 moment, does he bite down an electrical wire?
Well, he pulled out an electrical wire to shock Ron Perlman
gotcha.
down. He didn't, explode. This is where we get the unnecessary, 90s style slow-mo.
Let's go to lens flare. Oh.
If you look closely, you can see him fall
Heavy,
through space.
Next to the little R2 unit.
It's odd. It's like there's downward gravity for some reason. Even though we're in a nebula.
It's weird how the spaceship works. So after this, will we have gotten the Enterprise F?
Yeah. I feel.
I mean, there are plenty of letters left in the alphabet.
Yes.
I do like that line. It's one of my favorites. Which one was that in?
Generation. Or no, First Contact.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Man, now he looks like Pinhead.
Whoa.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You can't kill him just by looking at him.
The Omega-13? Hello, darkness,
That's after
my old friend.
yeah, that's after him seeing the dailies. He's like, welp.
That bottle's looking real good right now.
I think I'm going to spend 3 years drinking.
I wonder how many of these guys in that makeup were sent into alcoholic downward spiral for their lives too.
I'm sure most of them were already there.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you're already there.
I mean, they did seem pretty eager to be in that makeup.
The good of the many outweigh the good of the few, of the one.
You always have been and always will be my friend.
When did that become a thing?
Like they teleport anywhere? I guess here. Convenient.
Yeah.
Good thing I have that little pocket watch.
On me, on the bridge, here. We're gonna go to the real teleporters that don't
It's
break.
like the alien sound, kind of the pointless.
Oh, it's a bald man. Ah!
Yeah.
No! Why is his head so shiny?
Hey, I've seen this trick used before.
In Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did they make it look so much cooler? Oh, that's right, it was J.J. Abrams directing it.
Ooh.
And I'm not the biggest fan of his Star Treks, but they are entertaining.
Yeah, they were much faster paced.
Yeah.
And it's not Brent Spiner doing it in those as well.
Yeah.
And he misses.
Is that Peter Pan?
Second star on the right, straight in the morning.
Bitch.
Don't miss, don't miss, don't miss.
Just saw him take a breath. In space.
And he's a robot.
All these things worry me.
And his hair didn't move at all. It was perfect the entire time.
Well,
That.
yeah. I'm pretty sure it's just a mop of hair that's stuck the way it is. Except for when he gets human skin.
Knock, knock.
Yeah, best entrance ever.
Knock, knock, open up the door. It's me!
You missed. He missed. Missed. Still missing.
Action hero Picard, but still not as cool as action hero First Contact Picard.
Well, it's because he's got a shirt on still.
Yeah.
Ooh, full contact Picard. Ooh!
Batter up a card.
Damn. Oh, no.
That's what you get for using plastic
Now-
for your guns.
That guy must have had a really tough body.
Why, it's just real quick, again, why is Tom Hardy, like, suffering the effects now? Is it just, like, the age he's hit? Or
Kind
that,
of, yeah.
it
It was just a plot inconvenience for him.
Gotcha.
It just happened to be like, hey, my body's starting to break down. I need
Gotcha.
to.
Well,
He's an
they-
incomplete clone.
I don't know if it's because, like, he, like, met up with, he I don't know.
They
Like a
said
time
it-
cop thing
well, they
because they're
said-
both touching.
Yeah.
They said early on that when his body
Oh.
hit a certain age, he was supposed to grow really quickly into like full on Picard.
Manhood.
Yeah. But
Well,
when he-
mazel tov to him.
when he hit the age, instead his DNA started breaking down. So at the cellular level, he is dying.
It's unstable.
Gotcha. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's why I need some Picard genetic material.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I guess
The claw.
if he got a Picard
One
transfusion,
ring to
he
rule
turned
them all,
into
bitch.
Picard. Which that is not the way you get a Picard transfusion.
Spikes everywhere. We need more.
But not a drop to drink.
So past midnight.
To kill the unborn in the womb.
Oh God, his weakness, tiny knives.
Oof.
Oh God, his
Oof.
weakness, a steel beam into the rib cage.
Do I look like a vampire?
That's more than just the ribs.
And the suffering.
Don't do it, dude.
He's doing a Batman v Superman.
That's right.
Don't do it, man.
Kill me.
Two metal.
Let's fuck.
Kiss me.
Oh shit! For a second, I thought he was. Okay, I'm still thinking he might.
I love you, Pops.
Oh. It really looked like he just pressed the beam up to his rib cage.
Let me feel your breasts.
Oh, if this was only first contact.
Silky smooth.
Breasts?
Hey, it's Picard. It's magical.
Yeah.
Captain, I won't ask what's going on here. I'll just.
Fling that thing aside. It looked like you were done with it.
Is that a bomb?
You asshole.
This was supposed to be my moment, Data. Yes, dramatically wait for the countdown to end.
And that, children, is why you don't cross the streams.
Except for in the bathroom.
Except for in the bathroom.
Feels like such a hollow victory.
For you?
A Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah. I thought he was going to get ripped apart or something. We didn't get to see that. No.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see Tom Hardy get destroyed by his own weapon. You know, turned to stone.
Turn the stone. When you were gone,
I turned to stone.
Womp, 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 womp. I'm turning to stone.
When you're coming home, I turned to stone.
I feel like that's a song about erections.
That's Jeff Lynne.
Love gone! Love gone! Where's he been this whole... I mean, okay, I get it. He was down on a deck fighting the Hellboy, but... who I've met. He was at Awesome Con.
Who was that?
Perlman. Thank you. Ron Perlman.
Ah.
Ha you dummy. So is this how the Romulans and the Federation learn to love each other?
Yes.
And then it's never explored because nothing comes out post this movie.
I mean, I guess the Romulans invite the Federation in in the events that kick off Star Trek 2009 when their star supernovas, which is what propels Spock into space. And Nero. Brother Nero. Oh, no.
Brother Nero. It's over. Tom Hardy. Matt Hardy, sorry. How you've fallen. And then tips them out for our boy Data.
Which is the same thing Kirk says in Search for Spock when he leaves the toast in his apartment.
That's nice. Riker's like, I don't like wine. I don't like it.
I don't much care.
They should be drinking whatever. They should be drinking whatever the hell that was.
Jesus Christ, Sam, how off the deep end have you gone?
Well, gone.
Yeah.
So
Kind of, I was already there.
Yeah.
he's just decided to stop hiding it from the commentary.
Let that freak flag fly.
Flop. They should be drinking is that shit that Data had right after he got the emotion chip that he was like, I hate it. Give me another.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah.
What did he have?
Who knows?
Maybe Saurian brandy or something.
They might have said it in the thing. It was in Generations.
Oh, hey, look, it's Space Dock. Can we twirl around this ship like 6 more times in slow
For
motion?
like 10 minutes.
Is this going to have like 5 different endings?
It was supposed to. Luckily, they trimmed it down.
Thank God.
But they still kept the part where Bilbo or oh Jesus Christ, there's 10 more minutes left. They still kept the part where I don't the Return of the King ending. Blah blah blah. Fuck Return of the King. That's right.
So-
I didn't like Lord of the Rings.
They all get medals except for Chewie?
Chewie doesn't deserve a medal.
Gotta be hating on those Wookiees, don't you?
No, he wasn't the pilot. The pilots got medals.
Wedge doesn't get a medal either.
Yeah.
Well, in the comics, which are
Is
canon,
it Wedge a pilot?
Chewie gets a medal.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he also does not get one. So why would a pilot who didn't get a medal is more deserving
Than a pilot
Chewbacca,
who didn't-
a co-pilot who didn't get a medal? R2 didn't get a medal either.
Hmm.
He doesn't have any feelings. Fuck him. Sorry.
He is just a droid.
Star Wars commentary is available now.
Yeah. But by that logic, if you had like a fighter jet in World War II with a co-pilot, and one guy would not just be awarded a medal, the other guy would be awarded a medal as well because they flew together and they were both part of the same operation. So I would think that, and like I said, I guess in that Chewbacca miniseries, he gives away his medal to like the kid or whatever, even though we don't see it on screen. But I guess you look at that mask creepy over his shoulder. It's like Insidious.
Yeah.
Let's watch Insidious instead.
I'm Darth Maul.
Yeah, that's right. Darth Maul face.
Fucking B4.
And by later, I mean I'm ejecting you out the airlock.
Life forms. Little life forms.
The idea was, because remember, Data transfers his memory engrams to B4. The idea is that B4 would basically have his program overwritten by Data. But I guess that, I mean, there was no
What
movie.
other movies have they done that with?
This is how
before?
Next Gen goes out with just Picard looking like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Watching this robot sing in his
B4's
office.
looking at a 3.5-inch floppy disk.
Everything
He's thinking,
is
I'm
going
gonna have
be
such fun dismantling this thing.
just okay.
As the door closed, he turns to the security officer. Go in there and shoot that thing.
Put me out of its misery.
Put it out of my misery.
Whoever you want to shoot, just get it over with.
Kill everyone. Hit the self-destruct.
Self-destruct code Picard Alpha.
Picard Alpha.
Oh.
Nice
Finally.
job, Stuart Baird.
Shit.
John Logan, who would later go on to write Skyfall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, and story by
Christ.
Brent Spiner.
He wanted to die.
So this was his Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah, except it actually got made.
Yo.
No.
This was his Alien 3.
Which got made.
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you guys think coming out of it?
Not good. Not a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I
Yeah.
remembered was bald Tom Hardy, not bald Tom Hardy that would prove why alcoholism seems like such a good idea.
I don't know, man.
Getting through it, there was a lot that I do not remember from this. I literally got to the end and I was like, oh, I remember Data sacrificing himself. And that was like all that I carried over from the last time that I saw this movie.
I can see why he drank himself into a spiral.
Yeah. I'm glad he's better.
Yeah.
We're all better, but not now.
No, not. I'm going to go home and drink myself into a spiral, I think.
I'm going to pop in Ghostbusters 2
I'm going to sleep.
Oh,
because I need a good movie.
Yeah.
I really like Ghostbusters 2 in real life.
But yeah.
That's
So we're done with the classic timeline Star Trek films.
yes, up next, the Abrams timeline.
Yes, but first, a 2-week interlude for a special annual event.
Thank God.
Thank God. Thank God. But yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's Star Trek Nemesis. We'll be back next week.
Oh, Ron Perlman was in there.
It's been another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
Jake.
I'm Josh.
Live long and prosper.
I can't believe Ron Perlman got higher billing than Tom Hardy.
This has been another Geek Out production. If you enjoyed what you heard, hey, we've got a new commentary every Monday. We've got a special episode every Friday. Of course, there's the usual catching up show every Wednesday. And you get book club episodes just about every Tuesday these days. Thanks for listening.